Welcome back to Getting Some Head. I'm Michael fucking Rainey. Oh, man. What a treat tonight. One of my favorite people in the world. My dear friend. My wife. I'm teasing. John DelCollo. Welcome back, brother.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
John,
for the first time.
Yes. John just returned from space with the two other weirdos who were up there for 6 months.
And they're sending me right back.
I was afraid of that.
Me too. But my legs aren't working too good down here, so send me back, baby.
Dude, thank you for coming on, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
I'm loading up on the homeboys the first couple months, and yeah, when I announced that you were coming on, people were very excited for you.
Nice.
And there were so many questions that people submitted, and some very thoughtful ones, some very silly ones. A few questions about Mark and Derek.
All right, a little bit of crossover.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, I would like to get right into it, John.
Absolutely.
John, at what age did you realize you had such beautiful eyes?
Good question. Probably pretty soon after cognizance.
Really?
Yeah, I do remember being pretty young, and anywhere you go, anywhere where there is a cash register between you and an older black lady,
oh my God,
you are going to get eye compliments.
I never thought of that, man. That's one of the great things about your eyes is they cross all racial boundaries.
They do. And I feel like they might have stopped me from getting my ass beat a couple of times.
Really?
It might have been the cause of me getting my ass beat a couple more times. You also have pretty eyes, though. Do you find that black women are more complimentary than other women or races?
I don't think so, man. No, I used to work with a lot of older black women, and I feel like they just appreciate a sweet guy.
Okay.
And I was always very respectful of them. I would give them Japanese level of respect. I would take my shoes off before I spoke to them. I would pull the corners of my eyes backward.
That's definitely not worse.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think you are all pro level eye beauty.
Oh, that's
so
too much.
I think,
that's too much. Thank you.
Did you ever think about doing like like the Reddit subreddits do like roast me?
What, just my eyes?
Or just not roast, but just say, tell me how beautiful my eyes are.
Just put my peepers.
Yeah.
I haven't considered that. I don't. I'm not that good at Reddit yet. I don't know that much about it. But yeah, I could be coaxed into that.
I really think you should at least consider an eye-based OnlyFans.
Okay, what if I wore a hijab? So it's not like I have to be like, I can't risk them seeing my nose, just hide everything.
Yeah, you could be like the bad girl in a hijab, be like, I drove today. How many lashes should I get?
And they'd be like, is that the yellow bastard from Sin City under there? I have the same body as that character. I didn't know that yellow bastard had such pretty eyes.
Oh, dude. At least consider it, man. But it's so insane to learn that like you were cognizant of that early on.
Yes, definitely pre-double digits, like 7 or 8. I could probably, I was aware of it, yeah.
Would teachers compliment you?
I don't think they were allowed.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that's a step too far.
Would you ever get like phone calls in the middle of the night, like somebody using a voice modulator? You're like, never mind who this is, but I just want to say it's very difficult to keep my eyes on my work while you're in school.
And you're so fucking good at math. And you are so fucking good at algebra too. A couple of times I had that phone call, yeah.
That's what I figured, man. John, you're somebody, I knew you from doing comedy, but like you were one of the first people who I saw doing something very cool outside of just stand-up, and that's with Golden Thrones.
Oh, yes, Golden Thrones.
What do you look for in a good toilet?
Oh, man. Well, I was just in the land of good toilets.
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Also plenty of bad ones, obviously. But if we're talking game time,
yes,
it's away game.
Yeah.
Got to put on my away grays.
Yeah.
And we can get down to business. Certainly, head-to-toe coverage is like an incredible perk to have. If you can do whatever you want.
Yes.
Yes, spray that thing head to toe. If you can do whatever you want in there and no one can identify your shoes while you're in there, and like multiple shifts of people, especially if you're going to perform in front of these people.
Yeah.
Have you ever brought shit shoes to a show?
I've had shoes ruined by human shit.
Oh, sure. Who hasn't?
Yeah. But no, I have not.
Like privacy, being able to be comfortable, and obviously cleanliness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I sent you the video, but I went to Longwood Gardens last week, and I walked into one of their beautiful new bathrooms, and you're the first person I thought of, so I had to send you the video.
I appreciated that.
Yeah.
That, I assume, was not in the section where the green wall is, right? That's a different area?
Yeah, this is one of like the newer areas at Longwood Gardens.
That was nice looking.
It was, man, and one of the things I really liked about the bathroom was the windows.
No curtains.
No curtains. Yes. You got to pay extra to watch people shit. But the windows at the on the top of the walls, I thought that was a nice touch, having sunlight come in.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
It really was, yeah.
One of these days,
I know.
that'll be my home bathroom. Windows at the top.
I couldn't imagine, man. I couldn't imagine like not having to share a bathroom with a cat. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. If I didn't have to shit in the same room as my cats, I think I'd realize, like, man, this is living.
The only way is up for you, my friend.
John, have you ever DM'd John Mayer?
No. Have I ever drafted an email and then not hit send? Yeah, a bunch. I don't think I've ever DM'd him, but I have certainly tagged him a lot across a spectrum of social media platforms. Yeah. I tagged him all the time on Facebook. When he had Twitter, I think I was tagging him on a couple things, and certainly Instagram. Yeah.
Do you think this would be a fair assessment? I know that, like, when I was partying, by like the fourth beer, I'm ready to go looking for Coke. By like your fourth beer, are you ready to email John Mayer?
No. That's usually a completely sober activity for me. I have been thinking about it and clear-headed, and I know exactly what I want to say. No responses yet, but the further along I get, the more I worry that, like, there's a chance I could meet him one day.
100%.
And if I have been frequently tagging him and he does look at his own stuff, you know, and there's a chance that he could recognize my face and just have a negative, without even knowing who I am, just in something in the back of his head, like, I associate that with negativity. Not that I've ever tweeted anything or tagged
I get it, yeah.
you know, just be like, oh, that's a weird person who I should not probably be meeting in an intimate setting.
Here's where I think you can navigate around that. Wait.
Kill him.
Well, aside from like you murdering John Mayer, yeah, I think you would notice that he looks at you, and you would think, oh my God, he's going to recognize me. And then he'd look down at his phone, and you would know the second glance is coming. When he hits you with the second glance, cross your eyes so he thinks you're special.
Thank you. Oh, that I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't been doing that the entire time I've been in Vegas. They could have moved me up to the fucking pit if they knew I couldn't see for shit.
Dude, you got to get a nice stick, and you got 2 dogs.
I do.
You think it would be too much of a pain in the ass to bring them to Vegas with you?
Yeah, I'm going on vacation to be away from them. Yeah. But they probably rent dogs in Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, dog rentals.
Dog faker.
Vegas
That's
dog rentals.
yeah.
Oh my God, all the people who rent the scooters so they don't have to fucking take 10,000 steps for the first time in their life.
Oh my God, man.
If they also get to rent dogs.
Yeah.
And a stick, dude.
Well, I mean, pet rental, I'm surprised. It's probably a thing, an unofficial thing. Like, you know how like Saudi guys can rent C-list actresses
yes,
for weekend sex? Well, I bet like you could like rent pets on the sly. So that if you're
like
just
from
like,
the snake guy that you would walk by, you know, just the
I do
guy
know him.
He's not going to let you have the snake for an hour.
No.
Unless he comes along.
Yes.
And you don't want snake guy coming along.
No, you don't want him sitting in the corner watching
No,
you do snake stuff, man. But there's got to be a way that you can get pets just for a little bit of time.
For sure. I think Fremont Street might be more the neighborhood to get that done.
Oh my God. John, what is your favorite national park to visit?
I think hands down it's got to be Yosemite. It's the one I keep going back to. The most, yeah, Yosemite.
Okay.
Yosemite Valley, something about every time I come through that tunnel and see that view, you think it's not going to be that impressive. Maybe I've seen it so many times that I'm not going to be impressed by it, and every time I'm like jaw dropped, just fucking gawking. Holy shit, they still ain't shrinking down at all. I thought it might be shrinky dinked since I last came, but it ain't.
I feel the same way about my wife's pussy.
Man, I hope it ain't get shrinky dinked since I went away.
Damn, bitch, your pussy been shrinky dinked. You been putting this pussy in the oven? John, you're a camping connoisseur.
Thank you.
What is one item that the average person likely does not bring on a camping trip that they should bring?
That's a good question. Honestly, I feel like people bring too much. I do feel like there's a lot of things that you can do without. And I feel like I've put effort into becoming more minimal on trips. But that ain't the answer to the fucking question now, is it? One thing.
My first thought would be matches, because you think to pack all the shit that you get from fucking that costs $300 from REI.
Yeah, but then like, you can't start a fire as soon as you get there. Yeah, I mean, if you want to have you're not going to be camping with only this item. This is just the most important item. You're saying
just something.
It's
that people
implied that because I mean, if I don't have a fucking fire and 15 beers, man, what the fuck am I even doing here? I would say either 100 feet of paracord, or a knife. Honestly, I'm going to go with a knife, but that's not really something people would expect to bring that.
I don't know, man. I think people are just so worried about looking good in a backpack that a knife might escape them.
True. Yeah, bring a little knife. A little knife can do a lot of things. Multi-tool if you really want to get fucking funky with it, you know? But I feel like most of the things that I need to get done in a campsite can be done by a knife.
Got you.
Little knife, little pocket knife.
Little baby bitch knife.
No bigger than your freaking little bitch ass hand wiener.
What's the scariest thing you've ever seen camping?
When we first started going to this campsite in California, it's the darkest I've ever seen anything. Never seen more stars than this anywhere I've ever been. And we were playing a game. There's probably like 10 of us. We were playing a game in the parking lot to see if you could sneak up, like no headlights on, no headlamps. And we were trying to see if it was like you can sneak up somebody without them hearing it. It's just like a gravel parking lot.
Oh.
So pretty hard. And I heard something and I was so scared. And I turned my headlamp on and my friend was on like all fours, how you crawl sometimes. Like not knees.
Yeah.
Hands and feet on the ground. And he had a mask, like a full face mask and his hood up. And it looked like something out of this. I don't think anything has ever taken the fucking wind out of me. I was so scared. I have a picture of it, like, and even looking at the picture, it's fucking scary.
What kind of mask was it?
Like old school face mask.
Like a ski mask?
Ski mask, yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
Dude. Oh my God. Knowing that, like, in the back of your mind, when it's dark, there's the possibility that all your friends got killed.
Yes.
And the only person left is the killer. Every time it's completely pitch black. Yeah. So that instantly went through my head.
That's terrifying, man.
Yeah, it was fucking scary. And now I don't sleep without a headlamp on my head.
In the bedroom too?
Anywhere.
Yeah. John, did you eat a lot of fast food as a child?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. What was your go-to place as a kid?
I feel like by default McDonald's, just because that was the walkable place from school. If we had a half day, we could always walk over to McDonald's. And that was still the era of the McDonald's birthday party.
Oh, God, dude.
Play place.
So fucking cool, man.
Still had the play place up until like I got too old for it. You know what I mean? It didn't get taken away from me when it was still age appropriate.
Yeah.
I just watched it disappear as a teenager.
Dude.
So yeah, McDonald's was my go-to, and I did eat a lot. Not like every day, but certainly every week I would have something fast food. Yeah.
God damn, man. Yeah, the play park. It's something I miss. Not as a 46-year-old man, but I drove into Ocean City, Jersey, with my son the other day, and there's a McDonald's right when you roll into town. They used to have a play park there, and this was the first time I noticed it not being there.
Did they update it to look like the modern McDonald's shit?
Yeah, it just looks
like all the houses in Fishtown.
Yeah. And it just really makes you miss like the hamburger jail.
The jail, dude. How could, if you got fucking stuck in there, like not stuck, but like scared and went to the middle.
Yeah.
And an adult couldn't, how could you ever get taken out of there?
I don't know, man. And it's,
we could have lived in there like kings, baby.
We could have, but also I just like the idea of hamburger jail that fat children can get sent to. It's like if you're a bad enough fat boy, you get sent to hamburger jail.
Yeah, but they couldn't get in. If they were too fat to get in
chase
the jail.
them in. And it's like you gotta wait them out. It's almost like a I don't know, like Punxsutawney Phil situation.
Yeah, they're gonna need to go into a ketosis before they can get their way out.
John, at what age did you realize you were funny?
Probably like 6th or 7th grade. 7th grade, I distinctly remember me and my friend, like just an unspoken agreement, like we're going to try to make each other laugh every day at school.
That was the best, dude.
As hard as possible.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's mostly inside stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing that would make an audience laugh, probably. Yeah. But like living to see your friend crack up and then have your belly ache that he made you crack up so hard. So I'd say 7th grade, I was like, oh, being funny is fun. I probably thought I could have been funny. Like, I don't distinctly remember it before that being like, oh, I guess I'm kind of funny.
That's the perfect time to kind of develop your chops too.
Yeah.
Where it's like every day it's a task to just make your boy laugh.
Yeah, and you're gonna see him every fucking day, no matter what. Yeah.
There was I remember doing that in 5th grade. We would have to go to mass a lot. And one of the ways that we would try to make each other laugh is by like making up song parodies of what we were singing in mass, like "How Great Thou Fart." And I remember this one kid. This kid had come from nothing. That we had this kid. His family came from Pakistan, and they're just coming from dirt. And he really took his Catholicism seriously because it's like he's in America now, and it's like they live in a nice house, a nice neighborhood. They have everything they could possibly want at their fingertips now, and like this kid has hit the life jackpot. And he's got some fucking fat-titted 5th graders singing "How Great They're Fart" behind him. And he used to get so fucking mad.
He would get mad at you?
He would get mad at us for making a mockery of mass.
And how did you take that? Were you like impressed that he was so stern about it, even though that's not how he grew up, you know?
It made it even funnier. Like, I got it. Like, nobody would make fun of him, even though he was the stinkiest fucking kid in class. God damn, man. Nails like a fucking black bank teller too for some reason, but nice fucking kid though. And it was just like, come on, man, we're here twice a week. Like, please just fucking relax and like let us have a fucking fart song.
Yeah, we hate this. Yeah. Please let us make this fun for us.
Yeah, some of us are getting molested. All right, dude. Assume all of us are. John,
act as if we are all being molested. Think about that next time you score a touchdown, Saquon Barkley.
Maybe that's why he was smacking himself in the head. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe we're all getting molested. How many airport beers are ideal before getting on a flight?
Ooh, this is so close to home. I just surpassed the limit, actually.
What was it?
Let's see. I was at the I think it's called the German Beer Garden in the B terminal, and probably had an hour and then a little bit of a delay after that, so maybe an hour and a half. So I probably crushed like 4 pints. The equivalent of 4 pints. Yeah. I think 2 talls and 1 short. Maybe it was closer to 5 pints. Depends on how much was in the other one.
It's my ideal foursome.
And I would say I was over the limit because I don't want to have to pee.
Yeah.
At all, ideally.
Yeah.
But luckily, on that flight to Vegas, I had a whole row to myself, so I didn't have to inconvenience anybody to get up from the window seat.
Yeah.
I still waited a good half hour or so because I didn't want to have to do it a second time. I was like, to get it over with. So I'd say 2 to 3 if you can cut it off in time to get your pee out before the flight. If you're a peer like me. If you can hold that pee the entire flight.
I can't.
Yeah. I'd say top out at 3 pints. Might as well make them strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the time to avoid Miller Lite.
Yeah.
And go for like a 6%er.
Yeah.
And hopefully zonk a little bit. Hopefully not get the spins because you hit the pen in the airport bathroom. But thank God you had your own row, baby.
Were you bouncing back and forth in the row?
I will discuss it in further length during our my Vegas recap tomorrow during our Little Stinkers podcast. But I went through a journey in row 9.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. I went through it all, man.
Jesus Christ, man. You don't drink on the plane?
Well, when they come around with like the cart?
No, when the pilot offers you one of his.
But that's the only chance you get, right? Is that one beer? Because I've never seen anybody press the thing and then come down and then say, "Oh, can I buy another Goose Island?"
I think 4 Heinekens on a plane.
In regular class that you had to pay for?
In regular class, yeah. And it was what I don't even know what the price was because the first day of vacation,
They're probably
nothing
$10 a pop. They're not that bad on a plane.
Yeah,
It's like,
and they were cans.
yeah.
But
So once you got one, did they keep coming back because they know that you're?
She sold me 2 at a time.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was
okay.
It was fucking heaven. I remember sitting there. I was listening. I kept playing. I like my headphones loud, so I turn them up as loud as they can go, so I know the person next to me can hear what I'm listening to. And I was thinking of my wife, and I was listening to "I'll Be There for You" by Bon Jovi over and over again, and I'm just sitting there with like tears in my eyes, just drinking Heineken by myself.
Loud enough for the person to know what song you're crying and drinking to.
Dude, a man crying in the daytime is one of the saddest things you can see on a plane.
Fucking Kreinekens. No, I think I have bought from the lady once or twice.
Yeah.
But I don't make a habit out of it because it's like, if I really want to tie one on this plane, it's going to cost me fucking $80.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend $80 on this plane. This is where I shouldn't be spending any money. It should be the time where I get to not.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to spend money in here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad they got rid of Sky Mall finally.
Yeah.
Every time you landed, I was $1,200 in the hole.
I know you come close to buying a sex robot every fucking time, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but it looks so good in your front yard next to the water fountain you bought.
Oh man, what is the guiltiest pleasure you have on a plane?
I hate to say it. I know it's a big no-no.
You masturbate.
After a trip like I just took where I'm clocking in close to 25,000 steps a day and drinking 25 beers a day, I will remove my shoes on occasion if they are feeling tight. Okay, now riddle me this. An obvious gasp from both of you. Like I fucking murdered kids on a plane. My feet don't stink.
I get a little molesty when I'm on flights. Yeah,
What if I were to get on that flight with socks and sandals?
dude.
Is that
I think
better?
that's
Is that
different.
a better move?
I think I've taken a plane with Crocs on, and you slide your doggies out a little bit.
There was no smell produced, likely because
Yeah, I
it's
get
like aerated the whole time.
And here's why I initially had that visceral response to your comment. But I remember, I forget, where the fuck was I going? I don't know. I think it was when I was flying to Chicago for the show I had with Tim. I upgraded to first class. It was like $93 or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely doing this. Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I was like, this is fucking heaven. Sure as shit. The lady across from the aisle from me takes off her sneakers and puts her feet on the wall in front of her.
All right, that's a new level.
So that's what I think of when I think of somebody taking their shoes off on the plane.
She's like she's bringing her feet closer to your nose in that instance.
Yeah.
I'm not. My feet are staying down under the chair where it will be guarded.
Yeah.
From.
Yeah.
I truly think that I wear socks that result in me not having a smelly foot. You know what I mean?
You're a pleasant smelling man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I don't think if I could tell that my feet smelled, I would put my shoes back on. Mm-hmm. But even though I'm under the impression that there is not a stench associated with my shoeless feet, I still feel like I would be embarrassed if someone were to come around and do a shoe check. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, fuck.
You tuck them under your fucking asshole. That's how I always say it. Knees forward, feet behind me.
Yeah, is how I get comfortable on a plane. I'm different. I'm just built different, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's thinking of that lady. And then also, anytime I've seen people do that, there's a lot of like foot dragging.
Oh, like you're like massaging the bottom of your foot against. That's kind of a gross thing.
Just chill.
I have had like an itch on a foot where I will use like the bottom of my shoe. I'll take the heel out of my one shoe and then scratch it with the heel of the other or the grip of the other shoe. Yeah, I know that I personally would find some foot. There's a line that can be crossed. You know, like people on the New York subway clipping their toenails. That's an insane fucking thing to do.
Yeah.
Just absolutely out of this world. That's a crazy person, obviously.
Yeah.
Don't approach them.
Yeah.
But like, if there's not a smelly foot inside that shoe, I don't really have a problem with somebody slipping their footsie out and getting a little relaxed. That pressurized cabin really fucking fattened up my calves, man. I'll tell you.
Oh, man. John, have you been yelled at by a stewardess lately?
Do you know this?
I know you got checked on one of our trips.
Yeah.
No. Wasn't the lady sharp with you for asking for a snack or something?
Oh my God. Yeah. That's not what I was thinking of.
What were you thinking of?
When I vaped in the bathroom.
I think I remember telling me this, but remind me.
I was on a Spirit Airlines, a carrier that I will never fly again, so I feel safe talking about. And we got fucked. We were about to land in Vegas. I was going to Sphere last year, and then they diverted to Los Angeles. I'm talking right before we were about to land. 10 feet above the runway, they pull back up, and they go to L.A., and they say we're stuck there for the night. But before they said we were getting off the plane, we were just on the tarmac in L.A. for an hour. And I was like, check my fucking clock. I'm like, this is fucking my trip up big time. I should have already been on my fourth beer on the strip right now. And I'm stuck in Los Angeles. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to step back into the old bathroom. And I made the mistake of, I was nicotine vaping and THC vaping at the time. And nicotine vape will disappear pretty quickly. But the THC lingers. And I hit the nicotine first, THC second, and then just opened the door again. So it was still lingering.
She was right there.
I assumed she was close.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was a smell or a visible vape smoke still, but she marched right over to my seat. And I think I was in the window, and she like leaned over two people and was like, do not do that again. That was getting yelled at. The other thing with the cookies and the napkins with Jake, that was just like a fucking lady being like, shut the fuck up and don't bother me. That was not getting yelled at. That was just like, don't bother me kind of thing. Yeah.
That's annoying though. I mean, one, considering the circumstances.
Exactly.
Let people fucking relax a little bit and you're being quiet about it. And then two, just fucking relax, lady.
Yeah. I'm sure she has to save her own face in the situation and not get somebody the idea that they could do that at 35,000 feet and get away with it. You know what I mean? The only reason I was going to try that is because I was stuck there and frustrated with the service of one Spirit Airlines.
Oh man, 35,000 feet, a toe perverage dream. Older woman.
That reprimanded me? No, I'd say she was about my age. Could have been younger, perhaps.
Wow.
Yeah.
God damn.
Gave me a kink, that's for sure. Let's just say Johnny's going back to school.
John, as someone who once had to have a friend hold his penis while he was catheterized.
Okay, so this is not just standard questions.
Did you ever wish that your friend had smaller hands?
Ha. Yeah. Yeah, I think he had some pretty meaty paws.
Oh, that's the worst, man.
Uh-huh. God, of course you want your smallest handed friend there.
Yeah, that might have been what killed Vern Troyer. Is people calling him to come help with catheterizations.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm blacked out, and the constable's got me handcuffed to the hospital bed again. I'm being a bit of a pill. Could you come and hold my penis so the nurse can insert a catheter into there? I need to get cathed up. Can I use your small hands?
They should keep somebody on hand with small hands. Oh, yeah, no pun intended. But maybe just have like a small nurse.
Yeah,
like a little person nurse. Like maybe that's what LP and LPN stands for. They have a little person nurse.
I'll bet you I wouldn't have been so rowdy.
I know. They settle you down.
Play the Here Come the Clown music.
Yes.
And send out a midget. Have him dressed up like one of the firefighters in Dumbo. And then, boom, all of a sudden, he knows how to fucking calf me up.
And, as soon as you see him come in the room, it's almost like a human painkiller just walked in.
Yeah.
Where you're just, oh, thank God, he's here.
I'm not fired up and angry anymore. I'm laughing.
Oh, man.
And look, my penis is growing again. And now we don't need my friend's man hands to handle it so I can get calfed up.
Did you look at him while he was holding your hog?
Oh, I don't remember. I haven't. And, lo and behold, I don't know if you'd believe this. We're not that close anymore.
How about you and the nurse?
Thick as thieves. Next time I see this guy, though, I will give him the third degree about, hey, man, were we making eye contact when you were cathing me up, you fucking gay guy?
Dude, message him at 3 a.m. tonight. Send it like an email, too, regarding my catheterization. John, do you think the state of Delaware will ever get the respect it deserves?
At this point, no. We had a fucking president, and that didn't go well.
Yeah, he was always falling off bikes.
Probably our best chance.
Yeah.
And, we got him in office a couple decades too late, probably, to have the best chance of having a respectable representation. But no, and I'm not even that mad about it. I think it's cool to have the Wayne's World joke and the Simpsons jokes. I think it's kind of like a badge of honor. You know what I mean?
That was actually one of my follow-up questions: is how fired up were you when Wayne and Garth made the joke about Delaware and Wayne's World?
I mean, I was so young. It was like the first time I heard it, I was like,
"Oh my God, did they hear?
What the fuck? How do they even know about Delaware?" I remember just like not even understanding it. And then anytime you say where you're from when you're out of state, it's been that joke since 1993 or 4, I guess.
Seven, man. Man, what a fucking movie. I could not wait for that to come out. And then when it did, I couldn't wait to see it again.
Thank God it was, I mean, it did set the bar way too high for SNL movies.
Yeah,
but hey, we got 2 bangers out of it. What were the bad ones that came after that? Roxbury's not great. Ladies' Man is not great.
Funny
Roxbury's fine. Ladies' Man is funny, but like none of them are. Dude, wasn't there an It's Pat movie?
Oh God, yes.
No one even thinks about that one.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the bottom level.
What else is there?
Yeah, like MacGruber, obviously the number 1 of all time.
Aside from that,
much like Wayne's World, goes beyond the sketch to a point where it is not. I mean, I guess they all have to, but Coneheads.
I'm surprised there wasn't a church lady movie.
He got his with Garth. Yeah. You get yours with Garth. Hey, did you license the song for your intro?
No.
Have you been writing emails?
I have not. I just assumed it would be a no, but you never know until you find out.
You could probably make your own version of it, right?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of potentially slowing it down to a point where it might be unrecognizable.
Yeah, I think it could be. I think specifically for audio, pretty sure you can get away with that.
Nice.
Yeah, on just like
I would consider that because I would like to have some kind of intro to this, and then also at the end of clips, I would like to put it.
There you go.
And I could always use it on Instagram too when I put
classic street
stories.
banger.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really was. I think getting some heads up there with My Neck, My Back.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. I always think about that song. John, how often did you go to the movies when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, I'd say once or twice a month when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. By yourself or
no?
With an adult?
I would. How old were you? Like 12 when you start going with your friends?
I was a big boy. I think I was doing it like 10.
With your friends?
Yeah.
Getting dropped off?
Yeah.
Just your friends at 10. You were a big old boy. Okay. Maybe I was 10 or 11. Did you guys drop your kids off when they were 10 to be alone?
No.
Everything changed, right?
Yeah,
you would never do that?
Definitely did. Yeah. And it's
Okay.
like my youngest is 14 now, but it's like I still view my son as molestable. So I would be
nice.
Yeah. Hey man, not for nothing.
Okay, maybe it was like 11 or 12 that we would start getting dropped off, and that's probably when it was more like maybe once a week or twice a month, definitely. But with like, my aunt would take me, I'd go with my mom or my dad, or one parent would take a couple friends, or my friend's uncle would take all three of us from the neighborhood to go. In the summertime, it was like probably every week. Dude,
summertime fucking movies were fucking heaven, dude. Man.
And we had we could go from my friend's grandparents' pool. These two were cousins.
What?
Their grandparents had a little pool.
Would they kiss?
Above ground pool. We would all kiss.
Okay.
In the pool.
Yeah.
And then they kick us out of the pool. And they said, well, fine, let us kiss in the movies. And then one of the uncles would take us over to the movies so we could all kiss in the movies.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was getting. That was my follow-up.
Well, I guess the rest of the interview is over. We just answered everything.
Oh man, yeah. Summertime movies as a child was probably my favorite childhood memory. And on top, part of what made it so exciting going to the movies is there was so much build up with fast food promotions. Like anytime a fucking Batman movie hit,
collabo.
they would go nuts with fucking McDonald's shit.
Dude, they were so fucking... I mean, I don't know if the quality of toy... It's not like it was a quality toy. But it's like, all you do is pull the fucking Batmobile back, and it goes forward, and it's fucking... That's all I need.
Yeah.
And this other thing is just one single Batman, and he's got an attachment you can put in his hand.
Just pleading with your mother with tears in your eyes. Like,
please
I will fucking die of a stroke if I don't get this toy.
I will stop kissing my friends in the pool and the movies if you just get me this Batman toy.
Let me see your lips, Jonathan. Oh man, just truly fucking heaven. You have a favorite summertime movie you saw?
Can't be positive it was the summer, but I imagine it was Three Ninjas.
Oh, were you with two of your boys?
I think I saw it once by myself, and then in the same day I saw it with two of my boys.
Damn.
Yeah, and then it was like, I'm so Rocky.
Yeah.
You two are so tum-tum. You little fucking tum-tum brothers, you little fat fuckers.
And to think I would even kiss you in the pool. I think my favorite, I'm the same. I might be confusing it for a different time, but like I believe it was in the summer. T2.
Oh man.
Which I think was 91 maybe.
Man, that movie scared the fucking piss out of me.
It was nuts. There was nothing like it leading up to that. Thinking of a movie that rocked my world like that, maybe RoboCop. And I think that was 87 or 88. Watched that on VHS. And that was another fun thing aside from just going to the movies, like being able to go to the video store and just get something because the cover looked cool, and then watching it and thinking like, this is fucking insane.
Two incredible experiences that have been basically ripped from us with streaming.
Yeah.
We don't go to the movies as much. We still can. We just don't as much because we have the option not to. And then the gathering at the fucking Blockbuster was just...
Oh my God, dude.
The ceremony of it was so fun, dude.
Dude, there was a place before Blockbuster. The big chain near us was Errol's Video. And they had a new release table when an employee would gather them up from the returns and just place them in the middle. And when something huge was out, I think the biggest movie that like I was waiting for was Predator.
Was that just because it was going to go back out, so just grab it from this table?
As it did.
Yeah.
And it was a sick day. I just gotten done at the doctor. My dad took me to go pick out a couple movies, and we were waiting for it. He's like, yeah, we can hang around a little bit. And I just remember like circling like sharks with this one fucking guy. And the dude put all the movies back, and I quickly thumbed through them, and Predator was in there. And I just could not believe that I got to see this fucking movie.
Damn, that's crazy. And it was just brand new, and it was already out constantly.
It just came out, man.
Yeah.
And
that was the best when something just came out. That whole full section or two was completely dedicated to that movie. And then boom, there's none left. There's fucking none left.
Oh my God. Yeah, I love that shit. And that was one of like the few delights like we had as a poor family is we belonged to, I think 3 video stores. And there was one near my aunt's house, which was like this little boutique video store. Very limited selection, very good horror selection, but a limited video selection. And they had the saloon doors that led to the porn room, which I didn't.
We had one of those as well.
Go in, but there was always a lot of intrigue. But I just remember thinking, their system for fucking renting movies was they had like little hooks in front of and the little tags on them.
Was it called Movie King? I'm sure that was the style for all the mom and pop.
No,
styles.
it was Movie Pussy, and you were always customer of the month for some reason. I do remember you being your picture on the wall.
Fucking 8 years old. Why would they do that to me?
You were kissing boys in the pool, man, and you weren't even a good kisser.
That's how you get good.
Yeah, all right, true. So, all right, that's really a shame that they did that to you.
Yeah, the little tag, and if the tag was gone, it meant the movie's out, right?
Yeah, but you would still ask because sometimes guys get lazy and these are immigrants. And
not in my town, buddy.
I remember asking the guy, and I fucking hated his answer. I would say like, "Hey, is fucking Predator in?" And he'd be like, "We have it, but it is out."
Ugh.
It's like just
like,
say no, we don't.
Got you on a complicate or fucking.
Yeah, it's like I know you fucking have it. The box is there.
It was the teacher that said, "I don't know. Can you go to the bathroom?"
It's like I could shit in a desk, brother.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, you loveless dork. God damn. I guess I'll just piss my fucking pants, substitute. Go back to the fucking teacher's lounge. Fucking bitch.
You ever piss your pants in school?
Not that I can remember. And I feel like in like 2nd or 3rd grade, there was a pisser or a shitter that happened.
Yeah.
And so definitely not after that.
Yeah.
Like there's a chance that kindergarten could happen. I think my last like that was embarrassing was probably like throwing up, and that was like 2nd grade.
Yeah.
So if that's my last thing, I'm hard pressed to think that I would have pissed after that.
Yeah, you got to
pissing the bed.
Oh yeah,
still a problem.
Nobody knows. Nobody's got to know.
Yeah, I still told my teacher though.
Yeah, pissing in the classroom's tough. You got to have that out of your system by 1st grade.
Yeah.
Even then, it's like kids are looking at you like, I think we're above this, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, once you're out of diapers, man, once you're out of them dyes, you gotta know. You gotta know when to hold them.
Dude, I came close to pissing my pants in 6th grade, which would have followed me till now.
You'd still be moving every year.
Hey, aren't you?
I'm halfway around the fucking world.
Yeah, I'd be in Morocco. Like a guy would be pulling up his carpet next to mine. But I would.
Is that Michael Rainey, Piss Pants Staney?
But I was such a good boy, and I was conflicted between following my teacher's directives and ruining
or following
my reputation.
Your beautiful body.
Yeah. And I had pissed so fucking bad, and it was like 15 minutes before recess, but I just had to go so fucking bad. And she said, no, you got to wait till recess. And then after asking like a 2nd or 3rd time, I was just like, fuck this. And I went to the bathroom and I pissed. What made it even worse is my buddy Mike Fetter followed me out of class because he just wanted to get out of class.
Oh, Mike.
So we just looked like dickheads.
Fucked my whole system up. All I had to do was piss.
That's all I had to fucking do.
Yeah, now you're in trouble because of Mike.
Yeah, and we got called down to the principal, Sister Margaret Ann, I think her name was. And she asked my friend Mike what happened first. And he's like, I almost pissed my pants.
No.
And this nun looked at me and she goes, how crude.
But that's all?
Yeah.
She didn't break the ruler out on him for that?
No, we had when he said I almost pissed my pants, like I think she kind of made up her mind that we were both fucking around and just wanted to leave. Mm-hmm. Which is like I would have saved the piss if I needed to prove that I had a piss. Like
I would have done it in my pants just to prove it to a nun.
Dude. And I think we got like a week of detentions. I think we might have had to clean the bathrooms for a week.
Oh my God.
Which was nuts, yeah.
Well, the janitor does what? Watches you?
Clearly doesn't watch priests that are preying on kids in the gym.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. But thank God, there before the grace of God, my pants are dry. John, can you get yourself high right now?
Oh, man. Are we close to over? You sure you want a drastic personality change in the middle of this?
You tell me, brother.
I didn't do this on purpose, but I think I might have left it in the car.
Oh, no. Well, I asked myself some questions.
You don't want me to go get it to you? I will be honest, Mike, I did get high right before this, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty close to.
All right. I'll count it.
Okay.
John.
Let me just make sure. Let me do some more.
I know you got.
Is this going in the
You
mic?
got a lot in there.
Yeah, I'm confident it would be right there.
All right.
It's in the car. I'm sorry. I'll go get it between episodes if you want to re-ask that question later.
I will. What about the zipper in the middle?
There it is. It's going to be a minute. Oh, is this one free? Is this public?
For you, yes. John, it's bigger than a thumbnail, Jamie.
Thank you for coming to my defense.
Do you have a most memorable fart?
Probably. I probably have something that made people laugh at a right time. But it's not coming to mind right now. But even that, I don't think would be my most memorable. I think the most memorable would be, it doesn't matter who was around to hear it, but the longest one is the most memorable.
Yeah.
So that's my answer. I don't remember when.
Uh-huh.
Probably sometime in the past 5 years.
Interesting.
Yeah. You like them short.
Well, I do appreciate
Probably
it.
real tight down there.
Yeah, thanks.
I feel like I've been getting looser over the years.
Oh,
you know
no.
what I mean? Mark and Derek come over a lot more than they used to. It's from a different podcast if you're interested in learning more about them. But yeah, whatever is my favorite one is the one that is the record breaker for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
John, if you could go back in time and submit the paperwork yourself, would you enter yourself in a children's beauty pageant?
This one might be a standardized question. Just a straight up boy beauty pageant?
Yes. You don't want to meet the judges.
Well, I was already going to say no. I don't think I would do that.
All right. Well, you would have won.
Oh, fuck. Can I go back and change
Yes, you change it now. Yes. Yeah, the deadline hasn't been met retroactively.
Okay, I would do it.
Uh-huh.
Do I still win?
Congratulations. Jamie, hand me my glitter.
No.
John, have you ever been happy to see someone in a casket?
I don't think so. I don't think I would go to someone's funeral if it was going to make me happy.
Yeah.
Have I been pleased by deaths of certain people?
That counts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. But I did not see those people in a casket with my own eyes. So no, the answer is no.
What would typically put a smile on your face? What would somebody have to do in life to bring a smile to your face in death?
I don't even really think I'm joking. Just like drive under the speed limit in the left lane.
Yeah.
Like really, really slight. Not even traffic infractions, just breaking the unwritten rules of the world. And that is a written rule. People, this is a rule. It's a rule.
That's what the cop says. People, they did that idea. Why
they need to start pulling people. Yeah, because they break a rule. Now you gonna freaking rig me up on the rule or no?
That's a rule. I mean, I rubbed you off with a Rudy.
Pre-warning.
Yeah, I get it. You got a quarter to meet. You got to meet your quarter.
I know this is the voice that is based on something I said, but I can't even do the voice like you. Oh. You're doing it much better than me.
Oh, thank you. It's a cop with ours. But I've thought about this a lot because I have the same pet peeve. Don't you think a voice should alert you through your own speaker system in the car saying you're holding up traffic?
Yes. Something along those lines. Mm-hmm. Something needs to change. Who would cause the voice? The car knows that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure technology's advanced enough as to where there's some kind of fucking satellite system which could alert you. Maybe
I should be able to yell through the speaker and say, do you do this in every aspect of your everyday fucking life? Do you inconvenience people every single day and not even realize it? Are you a candidate for early suicide? Should you consider making life easier for other people? That kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think that's the perfect voice for that situation.
Thank you.
But, oh, my God, get the fuck out of the way, man.
Yeah. Yeah, little shit like that. Is really all it needs. I think it would be mostly traffic related for me to be happy to see somebody's demise.
Man, the other thing...
Even now, and let's change that immediately. Playing the lottery at the 7-Eleven and not letting the person behind you just fucking buy their Pepsi.
Yeah.
You know?
But also in their defense, there should be a designated automated space for that.
There should be. Yeah.
Which is nuts that there isn't.
Well, the 7-Eleven clerk should understand that you're actually getting the money for me buying a Slurpee here.
Yeah.
You're giving that money to the fucking lottery.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even part of your... I didn't know you were going to be fired the fuck up in here, Mike.
Well, the next 10 questions are on race relations, which is race relations. If you don't mind asking some questions regarding race relations. No. But, yeah, I also think that, what was the other traffic pet peeve I have? Women driving. I'll think of it at some point, man. John, do you enjoy a good sunburn?
There is something about that first shower.
Oh,
it's a real pleasure pain.
Yeah.
Walk the line situation. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's probably the extent of my S&M.
Yeah.
Freakiness is that's the hardest pain that I would consider pleasure. But I do enjoy. I was hoping I would get one. I was out around the Caesars pool. In the damn desert sun. It's like 90 degrees out. Should have woke up earlier.
Yeah.
Only out there for a couple hours, but it was nice.
Yeah. There was there was a video. I watch it pretty often. It's one of my favorite pog porns. But it's a video where a lady has a pretty rough sunburn.
Still had to go to work that day.
Yeah, very cool video. But under the comments on XNXX, one guy finally asked, he says, "Are we not going to talk about her sunburn?"
And was the rest of the thread then sunburn related questions?
Yeah, a lot of likes on the comment. Yeah. One guy's always the voice of reason. John, do you feel discriminated against as a lefty?
Yeah, I suppose so. Mm-hmm. In the specifically in the guitar, golf club, baseball glove realm.
Okay.
Pretty much everything else you can work around. You know what I mean? You can play fucking tennis with any racket.
Yes.
Basketball, you're good. Baseball bat, you're good. Like offense, you're good. Football, there's nothing left-handed, right? So yeah, just. But then it's like it's also insane to think that if I go over someone's house, they should have a left-handed guitar, or a left-handed golf club, or a left-handed baseball glove to include, the little lefty freaks.
Yeah, left-handed uncle to.
That's my left-handed uncle. You're not allowed to be alone with him. He's going to ask you to take us to the movies. Don't let him.
All right, John, one more before we switch over to Patreon. Could you ever fall in love with a midget?
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Would you feel any apprehension upon bringing her around your friends?
Not if she knows how to drop it right. No. There would be no. Oh, absolutely not.
What would you say?
Because you know, as soon as I pulled up to my friends with the midget, I would be lacking in so much energy from all the cum she just drained from me.
Yes.
That would be clear that on a sexual level, I am just, you know, on a different planet compared to these other guys.
Yeah.
You know, the thing she's doing to me, and I don't even have to sit down. She don't have to get up. We're just standing next to each other. Just in line at the bank.
All right. So as soon as you brought her around, you would just be like, guys, this is Thumbelina, and she is full.
Yeah. Don't even think about it. She's had plenty.
And by think about it, I mean roofing her. I lied. One more question. What is something that you're grateful for right now?
That I'm grateful for right now is my family.
Oh, very sweet. Mm-hmm. How are things?
Great.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Maggie's a damn hard worker, and my baby is so damn cute and funny and happy.
Facts.
And I love it.
That's great, man. JD, you're the fucking best. What do you want to promote before we go to the Patreon?
I'd love for you to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Johnny DelCo, JONNYDELCO, and check out our podcast together with Jake Matera called Lil Stinkers. It is, as Mike always says every week, the most fun that I have every week. Great live chat going on that podcast.
Yeah,
check that out.
Yeah, we do something live almost every week on Little Stinkers. So even if you're not into true crime, we fuck around for the last half of the podcast, and it's just us.
Yeah, the last half of all the podcasts are, you know, pretty departed from the true crime aspect. And then most of the live stream questions are about more of our lives as opposed to true crime stuff.
Yeah.
But there's still a couple sprinkled in.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything over there.
something for all you perverts there. Yeah, so we're about to head over to Patreon with John. If you're not a patron yet, consider it. Go to patreon.com/getinsomehead. And over there, we got part 2 to every episode that you see or hear that's public. On top of that, too, there's anywhere between 8 to 10 Patreon exclusive episodes a month that I'm posting over there. I promise you, it's the most bang for your buck you'll find on any Patreon. Go to patreon.com/getinsomehead. And at the very least, come back for part 2 of my interview with my dear friend, John DelCollo. John, you're one of the funniest fucking people on the planet. I love you, and I love talking to you, and I love getting to do Little Stinkers with you every week.
I feel the same way about you, pal.
We botched that. we botched that.
We are smooth operators.
Yes. Virgin till 19. I will see you over at the Patreon.
Bye, everyone.